Hello, welcome everybody to tonight's US Global System Academy. This is Samson coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Welcome everybody from around the world. As I was looking through the list, I'm just amazed at how our team has grown all over the world. We have so many people from different parts of the world, from Middle East, welcome, from Africa, welcome, from Europe, North and South Asia, North and South America, Central America, Australia, New Zealand. Welcome everybody. I guess the penguins are not on today. Nobody from Antarctica. Just joking. So welcome everybody. It's great to see everybody on the webinar. Now today's training is a part 3 of our first 90-day training, a very necessary part. The last 2 Saturdays we've had special webinars for this training to go out to the masses. I'm sure today, I know there's many of you out there. Maybe I see one login with your name and where you are, but I know there's probably 5, 10, 15, 20 or more people behind you. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I know people put us on a projection screen. But welcome everybody around the world, even if your name doesn't appear on the webinar. So it's my pleasure today to share with you some amazing training today, which I feel is very important if we want to be successful in Jeunesse, in this business. And a little bit more than 4 years ago, my friend Kim, we founded the US Global System. And this system, the method, the know-how of how to do the business has enabled many people become millionaires. Many people have changed their lives. Many family lives have changed because of the opportunity, an opportunity for success. Maybe have a better quality, a more quality career, maybe a more fulfilling occupation. That's what we do. I find many people, they're very happy with doing Jeunesse. And maybe they have more success spending quality time with family. I believe that's very important. And also just like most people, definitely are searching for that personal and financial freedom. So now today, we're going to talk a little bit about leadership, how to lead and expand and keep your people in the business to show them how to get ahead. So we're going to start with a couple of very logical concepts, and these concepts are very important for you to grow your team all over the world effectively. Now, I know that many times in business, we will have a goal, and maybe we'll have a time when we want to achieve the goals. And then once we have that, then we talk about methodology and what we need to do. Well, one of the major things that will help us lead and expand our team are events, what we call, for example, the hardware, I guess you can say, things that are actual, that you can see and touch. So it's very important that we use showcases to the showcases, such as events from all over the world. Even on this webinar, it does many things. Number one, it really helps us to grow our business at an exponential growth rate, which is very important. And because I think, in this business, my background, I've been a traditional business owner for more than 20 years. And one thing being a business owner is that we, most of the time, want to be the expert on everything. And a few years ago, once I was in the retail business before. I had 3 retail stores. And when I got out of that, I realized something. I realized that, my business is only good as me. If I'm no good, my business no good. If I'm limited in knowledge of how to succeed in the business, well, everybody else suffers as a result. So in what we do, in our business model with Jeunesse, our system provides many things which can elevate our lack of talent or lack of knowledge. And using a system that contains the know-how, the system provides many things, such as events, to help us grow our business. And literally it's exponential growth. Now, a lot of people in getting into this industry who have no successful experience, many people say, oh yeah, of course you're successful, you got in at the beginning. Now, I know, have some of you encountered that before? Well, most of the time it is true only if we keep working the business. Because obviously, like any business, the more time and effort you put in, the more results you get. So that's what happens. Okay, so my team, as I grew my team, I started the first day of the company. At the time, nobody on the left, nobody on the right. A few of us started all that way. We were the first people in the company. No testimony and nobody making money yet. And we really rely on our dear friend and number one distributor in Jeunesse, Kim Hui, to use her almost 20 years experience in this industry to teach us what to do, when to do, and give us a vision that we can look forward to and shoot for ourselves. So when I realized that, well, this business is not about any single person, but it's a team effort. Within a team, we leverage off of each other's talents, each other's idea, each other's geniuses, each other's inventions, where, yeah, we can create something bigger than any single one of us can create. So that's why events where we leverage events where there are more people there are more stories there are more positive energy there. It's where we can learn more of how to do the business there. So events can build our exponential growth in our team. Now there's an old saying, there's a 5 M's, five, literally 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So more meetings mean more money. So it is very evident. And I know last week I touched upon, we have a dear friend in Singapore Winston, who's able to reach Ruby in 6 months. Congratulations. I know he's on the webinar. And I was just pointing out to some of the other leaders that, yeah, well, look at how many meetings Winston had and look at how hard he worked. So that's how he achieved the success. Now, the key is to continue that amazing growth. Well, we need to leverage events, leverage other people to grab onto them. Because in these showcases, my next point is, well, we get to learn more about the vision and mission that people want to be a part of. I mean, folks, money aside, when you see something a worthy cause, something that's positive, and there's not that many things in society where we can have a hand in creating a positive influence, maybe just by using the products. Our family's doing that, spreading it, sharing it, and maybe we can use that positive energy to help people who want to succeed to get ahead, and they want to make that extra money. And sometimes we're not even talking about big money, maybe an extra $500 a month. Folks, that is life-changing for some people. Even in the US, they say that a $500 could help a family from going bankrupt. So, folks, here at these events, we want to be a part of something good. That's where leaders have the ability at these events, on stage, capable leaders, proven leaders, they're able to express clearly their vision of why they are doing this business. What is their mission? Because some of these people, folks, I mean, we cannot say 4 years ago, but now there are so many people who are very, very successful on this platform, and they have proven themselves through hard work. When you hear them talk, you can feel it, and they can tell you what they did. They can tell you how it felt when they go through hard times. They can tell you how they felt when they become ruby, emerald, or diamond. That in itself inspires us. That's where you get to meet the who's who. That's where you can hear the vision and mission. That's where you can start building your own belief that you can do it. And folks, it's very interesting. This week I want to share something with you because as I was listening to some audiobooks this week and trying to learn more, achieve more, just personal growth, learning more about what success means or how other people succeed. And I think that's very important because the more we learn, the more belief we start to build. And I was listening to Mr. Les Brown and he said one thing very, very important, and he articulated in this manner. And he said that, well, the faith in life, you have to have faith in yourself. Faith in yourself. Faith, for those of you who maybe cannot understand it, it's like getting on an airplane. When you get on the airplane, you have faith that the airplane will land on the other side. Now, obviously, I mean, this is a little bad timing to mention this example, but it's true. Do you have faith that you can do it? Do you have faith it can be done? Do you have faith that you can see it through? Well, Mr. Les Brown described our faith. one of the definition he described it as all the preparation that we've done in our life, all the education, everything that we've done up to that point is the faith, the amount of faith or belief you have in yourself. Because he said, look, opportunity, some people say opportunity knocks on the door, but he's saying no, opportunity stands there silently until you recognize it. And at that time, when you have enough faith, in a sense, when you have enough preparation, when you have tirelessly, effortlessly created that faith and believe in yourself, that's when you have the right opportunity, you're the right person, you can create that success. So that was very inspiring. I thought that, I guess most of us maybe new to this kind of business, don't know what to do, don't know what, we don't know. We don't have belief that we can succeed. We don't even recognize what we have done in the past that we can apply to this business for us to be successful. So, but in a sense though, do not have to worry. Nobody is successful the first time. Kim, for the amount of money she's made in Jeunesse, for the number of people that she has helped, for the so many countries the business that she has helped, Jeunesse spread to, well, her belief, her faith in herself cannot be matched. And when I first started with her in this business, well, I don't have quite the same level of belief as she has. So for those of you who was just like me 4 years ago, before your own belief, before your own faith kicks in, grab onto somebody who has more. Grab onto them, be with them, learn from them, feel it. There's a saying, there's a very famous actor, Sidney Poitier. He wrote a book, and he told a story about two people walking side by side. Sometimes when you walk with somebody, those words don't have to be said. Where naturally, either your pace, the speed that you walk match theirs, or their speed, their pace match yours. So, if you don't have that faith, grab onto somebody, work with people who has more, work with people who know more, work with people you want to be like, get with them. So at these showcases, that's where you can meet some of these people and see some of them. Well, and that's also where you will get some inspiration. And many times it's not, many of you on this webinar, maybe you have some partners, and no matter what you say, they don't listen. Well, last couple of days, I've been meeting with some business partner, and I asked them how they're doing. Well, of course, maybe some people been in Jeunesse 1 year, 2 year, maybe 3 year, or even 4 year. They're still struggling to a bit. They're doing okay, maybe a little income, little residual income, but it's not where they want to be. So my question to them was, well, how are you helping them? Oh, they spend all the time training their team themselves. Everything themselves is about them. But unfortunately, if they haven't risen to that level, how much can we teach? How much can they teach, right? So here at these events, that's where you leverage. When you see the energy, the power of a big event, the power is in the numbers, where you hear amazing thing of people who have made it through hard work. Well, that's where maybe all of us can find some inspiration and some belief that we can do it. And nobody, like I said, if you have never had success in this industry, well, it doesn't matter how you did in the other industry. It is a little bit of a challenge. So through here, and for those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about, you will understand why. For me, since the first day of Jeunesse, I go to almost every single opportunity meeting, almost every single training, whenever I can, wherever I can. Okay, so that I believe is very, very important part of your business. And when you set example, when you yourself plug into these events, when you go to all of them and you promote these events to your team, well, you already set the example. Leadership, one style is by example. You do, they do. You don't do, they don't do. You got it? It's that simple. I am telling you the truth. It's pure duplication. All right. So next go. Now we talk about the events, the hardware. What is it for? What do you see? Okay. Let's talk about the software. The software is what's between your 2 ears, okay? Your mind. That's the software. Now, how are you going to run it? What is your role in leading people and in expanding people and keeping people moving along to achieve their dream? Well, first, your role. As you grow your business, as you look around, you want to identify people who are leaders. Now, it's very interesting. We were in Las Vegas this past weekend, and we had a diamond panel, and one of the questions is, how do you identify leaders? How do you find leaders to work with? Well, leaders are not born. It's very rare. Leaders, unfortunately, come from hard work, okay? And leaders are the one that stands out from the crowd. They want it. Those are the people chasing you. They want to build a business. The leaders are the ones who take on their own responsibility to create their own success. They have a business owner's mentality, not a consumer mentality. They are there to solve problems. There's many. You want to identify these people. And those are the people you definitely want it. Leaders are committed people. Leaders have integrity. Leaders work hard. They are consistent. They don't just give up so easy. They have a vision. Those are leaders. You want to identify those people in your organization. That's why at these events, at the showcases that I was saying earlier, that's where you can see them on a regular basis. Are they plugging into the system? Are they using the system? So you got to identify the leaders in your business. Okay. Now next, you want to create events, and for example. When I first started, I was waiting for Kim to lead the way because I wasn't sure what I was doing, but we only had one opportunity meeting a week at the very beginning. So, well, it's hard to make money with one opportunity meeting a week if that's all you're going to do for your business. Okay, so I decided to, I got to meet some people outside those meetings. I got to do, set up my own events. I like to say one thing in this business. You cannot wait for other people to help you create your success. You gotta take initiative and do that. So you got to discuss as a leader. You want to suggest things. You want to be proactive. To suggest events, to create events, to know where your team is struggling and what they need. Maybe more events can help them in different cities. For example, one of my biggest teams are in Malaysia. Hello everybody there. And in Malaysia is between two islands, and it's big. There's about 25 million people there. It's spread out in many different towns. And at the beginning, I still remember when I first going to Malaysia in 2011 now, right? 11, 12, 2011. So at that time, right away, people want to contact everybody, outside Kuala Lumpur because they have contacts there. Well, if you do that, definitely you need to create your own events at those different cities. Well, sometimes you cannot wait. Then you need to go by yourself first, right? You cannot wait for the whole team to go there to create the opportunity meeting. You got to go and build those cities yourself first. And hopefully, you have followed the system and learned what to do at the very beginning. Okay, like we talk about in the first 90-day training part 1. Okay, now, so also what you need to do in here, what you need to do is you got to show them the blueprint, the map, the vision, and then plug into the system. What I mean is this. We always talk about when you first start in the business, you got to write down why you do the business. Well, what is your map? How are you going to do it? What do you see yourself at in a year or 2 or 3? Maybe, there's something that you want. What are you passionate about? What is your vision? How can you rally people around? Something that people want to be a part of. So what is your vision? What is your blueprint? When you have a destination, you can start drawing a map. Well, let's see. How you going to get to where you want to be? For example, as like I was talking about a map. When you look on a map, okay, and first, what do you do when you first look on a map? You got to find where you are, right? You got to identify where you are, okay? And then, second thing, you got to find where you want to be, okay? What city or what town, what country you want to be. As you look on the map from where you are to where you want to be, you're going to see what's along the way. If you don't know what's along the way, you don't know what roads to take, what do? You ask your sponsor or leader to help you guide you, create that blueprint, leverage off somebody. If you don't know, I mean, we have to just let ourselves go and say, can you tell me how I need to get there? This is my vision. This is my goal. This is where I want to go, but give me a blueprint. So, for example, many times, it's very obvious in Jeunesse that you climb the ladder to success to create that income. But also, along the way, maybe it's more than income you're looking for. You're looking to travel the world. And so another question you might ask, besides making money, how to get up the rank, what are the qualification is, well, how many events I need to do, my contacts, you have a list of your contacts, and you write down their name, their phone number, occupation, and location. So you can strategically target where your contacts are. And in this business, folks, to write your blueprint, you got to remember, it's not like you want to open market, that's where you're going to be. No. In this business, your business plan, your blueprint will be your contact list. It's going to be where the people lead you to. And I'm somebody who lived in the United States 36 years. 95% of my contacts just here in Los Angeles. And my business, I've gone over to 60 countries worldwide. How does that happen? It's not me. It's where the people led me to. So that's our blueprint. Now next, make sure you got plugged into the system yourself. Your job is to take part in all the meetings, as many as possible. And same thing, to tell your team to do the same. For example, all of us have went to school before. So if you can remember in your math class, I don't know, whatever grade you want to be, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, whatever, high school, college. Every day is class. What happens when you miss one class, two class, three class? What happened to you? You fall behind. You slow down. You learn less. You're less capable. You got that? So plugging into the system means being a part of all the activity, as many as possible, is very important. If you want to create success fast, you got to commit the time to plug into the system. Even, like many people say, oh, I don't have anybody bring to the opportunity meeting tonight. Or you know what, your webinar time, it's not convenient for me. It's too late for me. Well, if it's too late for you, then it really says how badly you want the success to be. That's the big question. We have, we don't answer to anybody but ourselves. So you got, for me, I want it bad. I'm committed. I will go to every single training, every single opportunity meeting as much as I can. Okay. So the next one, what you have to do also is to be example to the system. Okay. In any business, okay, a system exists, and one part of the system are people, just like you and me. We need to be there to practice, to use the system, to learn the know-how, and then apply it. As we apply it, we want to apply it the right way, and hopefully we have a good coach or sponsor or leader who can tell us if we are doing it right or wrong. Okay? The best athletes in the world, trust me, they all have coaches. We just had the Winter Olympics. All of them have coaches. They are the champion, but behind them, whole family, and definitely 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more coaches to fine-tune their skill, to help them apply what they've learned. So it's very important that all of you do that. Find somebody that can help you, that can coach you. If you're not your sponsor, your leader, maybe some of the directors, they can coach you. You want it bad enough, you have to speak out. Now next, what you want to be is a dream maker. You want to inspire other people. You want to get people excited about their dream, realize their dream. You want to be a dream maker, not a dream killer. Okay, that sounds very dark, but some people are. There are many people out there because, maybe just through their background or education, or maybe what happened to them in life, they need to put other people down to make themselves feel good. They need to put other people's dreams down to feel that they're good because they don't have a dream. Folks, no need to do that. Now, the system, a good system, and you look at where your team is today, have you provided a positive environment, a dream maker environment? Are you a dream maker? Are your team, the leaders in your team, dream makers? Okay, you want to encourage people to do that because dreaming is free. And somebody gave a wonderful example. Many years ago, somebody did a sermon and they say, look, if you look at people, humans for thousands of years have ridden on the backs of animals, and that's how we get around, on horses, right, or on cows, whatever. Well, I mean, look, and this pastor during his sermon said, look, if people are meant to fly, we will all grow what? Wings, right? Well, it just so happened that he was the pastor of and the father of the Wright brothers, who were the first one to create the airplane that can fly those minimal 6 minutes of flight. I mean, folks, everything that we have, everything that we use, you look on your computer, you look at everything around you, it was somebody's dream. So dreaming, it's a good thing. If there's no dream, we both all robots, okay? I don't know what kind of life we would have. So you want to be a dream maker, because you never know. Maybe somebody else's dream can inspire you. You don't know that. So next, what you want to do is you want to activate those dreams. So once you have those dreams, you can identify them. Folks, let's do it together with your team to do something about them. So start moving forward with the business. You need to lead the way. Okay, you need to take action. If you don't do, trust me, your team won't do. Okay, I mean, recently, a couple months ago, 3 months ago, we launched the Go Box, the Chinese version, DVD 1, 2, and 3, to help people recruit. So the English version actually is almost done. So here, there are people who bought the boxes and did not use them. Well, I was sitting with some of them, the last few days, and I found out that they were not using it, so their team was not using it. They have a team of a couple thousand people, and all they bought was 20 boxes. So 20 boxes for a couple thousand people, it doesn't really make sense. There's no duplication. People don't use it. That's why their team was not moving. As opposed to somebody else's team, which I saw in Vegas in a training, where their whole team is using the boxes. And those boxes, now everybody who uses them, well, they're signing up for the biggest package. They're making the biggest money. They're moving forward. They have a plan. Okay? So, look, you got to activate the dreams by doing it. If you cannot do it, how can you teach it? If you don't do it, trust me, they don't do it. Okay? So it's very important that, whatever you do, you have to do it first. Let your people, see the hope. Because if you are not the example, if you never use the tool, you don't plug into a system, and you're struggling with your business, what hope do they see? What kind of belief do they need to latch on? So you got to do it. And folks, look, most of us might have that fear, and that fear, it comes from many things in our background. We're not proactive. Humans are fear of the unknown. But folks, to overcome the fear, let me tell you something. Okay, all of us can overcome the fear if our why is strong enough. We have a strong enough vision. If we decide to do it together. Okay, so the unknown is not unknown anymore. Okay, and many of us, as we build a business, well, we are with you. You take one step, we take 2 steps with you. Okay, so now there are 2 very important processes that people go through in this business. Okay, so first, the psychological screening process. So what does that mean? Well, I have 5 things listed here: noticed, interested, desire, decide, and to take action. So maybe at the beginning, we make a judgment on everything, I guess you can say. And, we go through these processes for us to maybe, as we take one step and the next step and the next step into the business. So maybe at the beginning, you see an opportunity meeting. Oh, it sounds good, but it's some unknown, you're not sure here and there, but, maybe you sign up anyway because you trust your friend, and your friend is, starting to work the business, they make a little money, or they're very positive about it, and something you can consider to do together. So you notice the opportunity. And then, as you get into the business, you use the product. Hey, the products really work. They're really outstanding. And you're starting to believe a little bit more. And also, your friend's doing very well. You see different people with different backgrounds, different business owners, and they are very successful already. But they see this is a viable business, and they start doing many things. And so you start to get interested in the business. Then you start realizing, you know what? Maybe I can do this. Maybe it's something I have a desire to do. Because, yeah, I think I see it. I see it in the system. I see this meeting. Ordinary people making extraordinary income. You start to have the desire to do it. And then once you have the desire, you decide to do it. You make a decision, a commitment to work this business long term. And folks, the key is long term. And long term, folks, I'm not even talking about that long. Maybe the next 18 to 24 months. You got to give it your all. If your desire is strong, you have to decide what to do. As a result, that decision, once you think about it and you have the desire, you got that burning passion, you want to do something different about where you are, or you want to do something different from other people, for other people, you want to take that action. And that's how we work. And that's a natural process that will go step by step by step by step into the business. So as you talk to your team, how will you lead your team? Well, think about where they are. Are they just noticing? They just started because their friend signed them up, without telling them anything, and just come to me, or they're just noticing, or are they really interested? And do they have a desire? Ask these questions of your team. Okay, so because in this business, most people come in think, it's a quick get quick rich scheme, and you know what? You can get rich very quick. Okay, I mean, if you can work 4 years instead of 40 years and change your life, yeah, you can absolutely do that. Now, but the fact is though, most people only see the success and never realize the reasons behind the success. So as you take it step by step by step by step, this is the screening process that we all go through in here. Okay, so ask that of your team. Care about them. Ask them, well, how's it going? Okay, where are you in your business? Well, next, as you work the business, as you take action in the business, you start to go through a transformational process. You start changing yourself. It was very interesting when you compare culture, when you have traveled to 25 countries around the world. Well, you notice something. The Western culture and sometimes the Eastern, or maybe cultures from different countries, we look at things differently. See, some cultures, they look at only the outside. They have money, they look at the outside. They want to show off. They want to show people they have money. But inside, maybe they've never worked hard before for that money. And so the inside, maybe it's empty. And that, my friend, it was why I say maybe the worst case scenario. You have all the money in the world, but you are poor inside. Well, there are many people, as you know, they go through the journey, or maybe starting to, they have that burning desire, that passion, the love, the big love for everybody to be positive, and for themselves as they take the action. Well, it starts growing. They start creating a perception of what this is, and they get to be successful. Not only the money, but the inside, true happiness. And I know many of you out there are on the way or already achieved that. So in this business, it's very important when we transform, be open to it. This business transform your perception of what it is, or your perception, by your own perception where it is today is where your business will grow. Okay, so however you perceive it, well, we all wear different color shades. Okay, how we look at something is the truth for us, but people look at things differently. So how you perceive it, if you think it's a small business, you're right. If you think it's a multi-million-dollar business, you're right. And by your own perception, as you work the business, as you use the system, you're inside, grabbing onto other people with bigger belief, grabbing onto other people who are ahead of you in many steps towards success, or they're already successful. Maybe your perception start changing and growing. And once your perception start changing and growing, trust me, your business will start changing and growing. Okay, so I learned many things. I decided, I'll tell you my conclusion later, but your perception is so important. If you think it's, if your goal is small, I'll be just quote unquote happy with that. Well, it would be very unfortunate you get that. If you have big dream, wouldn't it be more fortunate that you get the big dream? Okay, so next, the opportunity itself is start changing. We realize what the fact is, what the facts are. Folks, For some of you, you might be very new on the business. But let me put it this way. Okay? Well, the fact is, this little company based in Orlando, Florida, started in September 9, 2009. In just 4 years' time, last year, did $256 million in sales. That's $250 million. Can you imagine debt-free? You know, there are people who would kill for a company like this. And that's a fact. It's also a fact that because of the business model, because of the leaders who have spread this all over the world, that helped this company export American products and technology to over almost 100 countries around the world. If you think about it that way, wow, that is the fact of the opportunity. How you look at it, how you perceive it, it's up to you. Now, as you work the system, you got to plug into the system, and that's where you start transforming your mindset, transforming yourself from the inside out. Okay? I know the product is outside in, inside out, but the system itself transforms you from the inside out, outside in. Once you start to create that success, once you get good at what you're doing, once you know what the key is and to build a big team, everybody got to use the system, use the event. And instead of learning how to make money, learn how to use the tools and the system to build your business, how to use that to influence your team. You plug into a system, your whole business starts transforming, you start transforming from inside out. So once you start realizing all those things, the keys to making your business successful, you start making more money, and the outside part is that you'll be able to afford more nice clothes. So you start transforming. Now, your value also will start to change, and I will tell you, I guess in a way I'm one of those people. It's really changed my life. And the thing I realize is this. Again, we all come from different backgrounds. We grew up with different ways, and our parents probably told us different things as we grew up, and that's what they taught us, or our teachers or our mentors in life. Well, as we go through a business, because of the massive action I know all of you will take on a daily basis, meeting new people and talking with people, and you know what you realize? You start making judgments on other people. Their action is good or not, you like it or not, is it you or not, or can you identify it, or is it something else, or is it true or false? You start identifying it, you start judging it. At the same time, when you do that, you are making a statement. You're making a reinforcement for yourself of the kind of person that the kind of values that's important to you. Okay, so by looking at other people, by watching other people, by interacting with other people, as a result, you will reinforce of what your true beliefs and values are in life. So this is a total transformation in a way. Well, I believe in what we can do in this platform and this system. You can learn things that you can never learn until you've gone through what we've gone through. Sometimes, folks, I feel like I've lived a lifetime in 4 years, but it's just the beginning. I start to realize that life is really what you make of it. And if you want to go, take it easy and go very slow and just go through a grind, yeah, time seems to fly and you have accomplished very little. But for the time that we are given on earth, the limited time, maybe we can do our best. And our best, when we do our best, when we can live to a full potential, when we can grow to be that person with tremendous power, passion, and want to live life, well, true happiness comes along. Okay? So, now, many people, they have blockages. And this is a problem in the business. And it's normal, all these things here, these 5 things: past experience, past success, space boundaries, background, focus, or not focus, those are the blockages in our life, not only in business. For example, past experience. There are people I know, especially on this webinar, who have worked in this industry in other companies, most people, not all, but majority, I would say probably 99% of the people, what they will do is take their old habits from a different business and put it into our business. So in a way, it doesn't really make sense. It's like trying to swap try to ride a bicycle, but you're actually driving a Ferrari. You understand? It doesn't really make sense. So many times we let that get in the way. Many times Our past successes always gets in the way because, yeah, we were successful there, and that's the way we did it. That's why we should do the same thing here. But little do they know, and little do they realize that the platform is different. The way to do business, if you do the old way, they will make slower money. I've seen many successful people. They come in, they instead of learning what has been done before that has created a tremendous success here, they still do their own way, and they end up struggling. At the end, they give up. I've seen that happen. So it's just like the past experience. Let's say you go to gamble, and the first time you're out, you win big money. And you know what's going to happen to you? You want to go back and gamble and gamble and gamble and gamble again, expecting the same success because you got thrill of success. Yeah, you can do it again. You must be able to do it again. But the past experience prevents you from realizing that the only winner at a casino is the casino. That's why they can afford such fancy hotels, right? So instead of using so we got to get rid of that. Okay, the space boundary is also a very important thing because I think in a way, each of us, coming from different culture and different backgrounds, we have particular personal space that we are used to or we're comfortable with. But in this business, as you deal with people from all different backgrounds, you need to communicate and adapt to their culture. It's very important. When I go to Korea, it's different than when I go to Malaysia. When I go to Taiwan, well, let's see, it's different than going to Hong Kong. Or I go to, US is very different than interacting with people in Japan. So we have to realize that we have to open to changing. We have to break through our comfort zone. Because one thing I realize is this, because of your background, wherever you are, because of your culture, sometimes there's a lack of communication or too much communication. Okay, but I think in business, and I don't think it's the American way, but it's the way of to be effective in business. You need to communicate. You need to communicate to your leaders, and you need to communicate to your team. And so in our, for example, this space is very important. No communication, no help, or no coaching. Many people, they do that. People keep their group to themselves because they feel that it belongs to them. Nobody belongs to anybody. Sorry about that. But, because we're all independent distributor, but we're not working by ourselves. We're working together. So this space boundary, this communication, this lack of or too much, well, you have to kind of overcome a little, learn and be able to work with other people, or else it's going to block your success. Well, next, like I mentioned many times already, your background. Where you come from, what kind of work you do. For example, I know there's a couple of people on here, they are very, very successful accountants. An accountant, because they are taught to be analytical, they're highly educated, they're a numbers person. 1 + 1 = 2. Very logical. But folks, let me tell you something. Or let me ask you a question. Is life logical? No, it's not logical. Are dreams logical? Yeah, like I said, if we were meant to fly, we will all grow what? Wings. But we are flying. So you know what? In life, it's not logical. Break that from your background. Break that from your thought. Our background sometimes prevents us from succeeding. And I guess for myself in a way, there was one time where I decided to break away from my background, my conditioning. I was, taught to, be successful, being a business owner, but never learn how to leverage or never learn to work with other people. So because of my background, it prevented me from succeeding until it took me a long time, actually quite a few years, working part-time with Kim to learn to break that. Okay, and then another thing is focus. Well, you gotta keep your eye on the ball. Okay, if a beautiful girl walks around, distracts you, a beautiful guy or a handsome guy walks past you, don't blink. You gotta keep focus. Okay, you gotta focus. I guess in a way, the more you focus, it's truly unlimited. But if you don't focus, you are limited in what you do because there's many distractions. It will slow your potential. People will say many things to you, but don't make what they say or don't use their opinion as your reality. That's what limits us many times. So these things I mentioned, these 5 things, they're big blockages What we do is we got to make minor changes to focus, focus, focus. Okay, do not let these 5 things prevent you from doing what is necessary, because all I say, folks, I know you know what I'm talking about. You already know it. Okay, I'm just affirming it. Okay, now, next, let's talk about the 3 killers in your business. Negative talks and remark. Well, one thing in this business is it's a people business. Unfortunately, a lot of gossip, a lot of misinformation, because it's just a people business. That's the way people are. So you know what? For me, I don't pay any attention to it. If somebody's negative to you, don't pay attention to it. Frank Sinatra once said, the ultimate revenge is massive success. Don't listen to the other people. No need. Don't need to compare, because their success doesn't mean your success. You don't know what happened. You don't know the background, what they had to go through, what they didn't do, what they did do to create that success. So why you bother? Focus on your business. Negative talks anytime. When your team has a lot of drama, I guarantee you your business slow down, or some of your people will quit. If you want that, you can go with that. If not, you better stop it immediately. That's what I found out. So in my business, negative talk, I pay no attention. I tell my team, stay focused, don't pay attention to it. Focus on why you do the business, your goal, and your desire. Second, look, many times we think the way we do is correct. Well, in a way, the system provides a method, a large methodology, the know-how to build a business in so many different aspects. Besides giving you information, tools, a positive environment, and the know-how, it builds many things, including leadership, like we're doing today. So, but you got to realize that there's always room for adjustment. Nothing is concrete, because different cultures, different backgrounds. So Kim always says, you know what? 80% of the stuff that's in the system, especially the U.S. global system, has helped us build massively, globally, cross-culturally. So that's something that you need to realize. But you got to leave room for the 20% to adjust to local market, lifestyle, living conditions, educational levels, or the culture is very important. Now another thing is, the thing that would kill your business is disruptive businesses. People cannot focus, and many times people go in and out, and they offer different opportunities to different people within the team. That's a lot of distraction, and soon your group will be gone. You got to stop that. You got to control that. When we do business, we respect, like opportunity meeting. We are focused on Jeunesse. I hope nobody goes to opportunity meeting and do another business besides Jeunesse. Okay, but I mean, anything else, do outside, not within the environment of our business. Okay, so nothing wrong with networking, but you got to realize you got to focus on here if you want and success for you and your team. And so I guess the last thing I want to talk about is look for a leader and what is a leader. As you can see here, okay, let me see here a little. The writing is a little small, so let me blow it up for myself here. You can maximize the screen, folks. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you gotta look for leaders and what is a leader. And it's very interesting because that was asked on the Diamond Panel in Las Vegas. And I want to elaborate, because I want to give you maybe a perspective what a leader is, the characteristics of a leader. A leader leads by advising and directing. Okay, don't let other people influence people who know less than you, people are less experienced than you, people are less success than you, influence your advice or your judgment. You lead by example. You need to advise, you need to direct. You need to show them, fine-tune them. If somebody is working the business and you've seen them, watch them, and they're not getting that success, you want to ask them, how are they doing, what are they doing, and you want to, in a way, quote-unquote, diagnose them. Okay, you want to give them the right advice, to point them in the right direction, to direct them to what to do. Okay, so know what to do and then lead. Okay, so you got to know what to do. You got to follow first. Second, you got to inspire and you got to motivate. And folks, when we get into the business, in our system, we focus on knowing our own story and creating our new story. Our own story is what people can identify with. Just like when you watch a good movie, facts tell, story sells. Okay, the company's job is to sell product. But to sell it, we as distributor, we got to know the stories to tell other people. So we use our own story to inspire other people to do something that they never thought they could. And like I said, when we first get into the business, maybe not everybody have that belief, So you hear Kim's story, you hear other people's success story. And I was thinking, when I heard Kim's story, I said, wow, that's very impressive. Her family came to the U.S. with less than $2,000 in the pocket. Parents were in their 50s with 4 girls, and somehow with minimal job, no English, they were able to send the 4 girls to school. And one thing Kim wanted to be is a millionaire. So she can provide, so she can have a better life here in the States. And as a result now, and through continued growth and continual challenge, she's grown into an amazing leader. And not only in our business, but I think, culturally, I mean, she's an excellent example, a role model for many kids. So in a way, her story, her achievement, her success, her hard work has inspired other people to do the right thing, to do the same thing, and maybe inspire all of us that, yeah, maybe we can do it too. So you need to do that. What is your story? Why you do the business? For whom? For what? For yourself? For other people? For family? For what? And what kind of success are you having? If you're not having a success yet, if you're just starting, inspire them by your commitment, your desire to make your own success, and your desire to help other people create the same thing. That is inspiring, motivating. Now, third is, you want to, and I have the, I guess, attitude and character is very powerful in our business. Especially, for example, there are many people who have that passion about life, or passionate about what they want in life. I didn't say product, I didn't say good look only, okay? I didn't say money. It could be whatever you desire. It could be money, it could be that you want to do something for society, you want to influence a lot of people, you want to help other people who needs help. Maybe you're already successful. So when you're passionate about that, it's contagious. People can feel it, they can see it. When they feel it, you inspire them, they will take action. Always have a serving heart. And I would tell you folks, I mean, we have some great leaders in this business. And as a gentleman, who became a diamond director in a short time in Hong Kong, Mr. Patrick Tan, and I see him up to now, it doesn't matter, diamond, no diamond, when we travel together, I'm so impressed. It inspires me, because when I see him, as we do different activity, he's the first one there moving chairs. He's the first one there helping out. He's the first one there to serve other people. And I'm thinking, no wonder he's a diamond. The question is, are all of you doing that? I question myself. I need to follow him. I need to learn from him. But are all of you doing that? Okay, with a serving heart, people respect you. People like you. Yeah, and it creates a great atmosphere to help each other. So also, have some courage. Courage is the ability to act in spite of fear. Be courageous. Get out of your comfort zone. Try it out. There's a difference between success and greatness. One, success, yeah, you can be successful. But to be great is to help other people to be successful. Does that make sense? To be great, to have greatness, is to be able to move other people, inspire other people to do better. Right? I know all of you have that in you. And definitely, leaders, they have responsibility. They are responsible people. They don't say one thing and do another. They always try their best. Even me, folks, none of us are perfect. I'll be the first one, if I did something wrong, to admit I am wrong. I will be the first one to apologize. And that's a great attitude. I think, it's good to have just as human beings. And people, again, respect that. Work ethic is very important. The harder you work, when you work hard, we have a saying, the speed of the team is the speed of the leader. If you're slow, and what happened to your team, right? If you want to learn how to move your business faster, well, if you don't know how, look for people who are more successful and watch how fast or how hard they work. Work ethic is very important. And look, inner growth, you need to keep growing and growing and growing. Be somebody bigger. When people see you grow, and you have that growth, and you're able to share with them, articulate to them, because you have done it through the hard work. You have gone through the journey, and you can feel it, and you can articulate to them. Yeah, that is incredible leadership quality that, that's intangible, that you cannot learn from a book. And also, reach out to help others. And I know today I had a great meeting this morning with 3 of my partners, and one lady is the first time I really had time to sit down to talk to her. And within the first 10 seconds, I realized, oh, there's a bunch of problems, otherwise she doesn't know a lot of things. And so by the end of the meeting, we had a very constructive meeting, but at the very end, I offered and I tried to reach out to her. I say, look, today we had a great conversation. The first time we had time to spend together, but if you want to, I'm willing to sit with you another time to analyze your business in more detail. So reach out and help others. You know how good that makes people feel when you do that? It's amazing. That is inspiring. And the last thing is giving back. Folks, in this business, when you are working hard and you do everything right and you have the success is coming in, the money, the time freedom, the happiness, I guess in a way, I'm one of those people that love to give back. I want to pay it forward. And maybe some of you have heard me say before. There are times when I've started to struggle at the beginning. I work. I haven't created that success yet. But today, being a diamond director, I am forever grateful for all of you who has inspired me. I'm grateful for Kim and all the leaders who have helped me and coached me. And I want to pay it forward too. In this platform, in this business, the owners have created tremendous opportunity for us. Nothing's perfect. We work hard and together we can create success. And at the same time, when you have that, when much is given, much is expected. So in today, I just want to pay it forward, no matter what, to help you to be successful in your business on a daily basis, whatever I can do. So I hope all of you can, maybe take on some of these very positive characteristics of being a leader. Because you know what? The true power comes from your truth. When you can live life honestly, on a daily basis, on a decision basis, and then you can go to bed 100% clear conscience and next day do the same thing, people will see it, people will know it, people will feel it, and people will respect you and follow you as a leader. And that's what we want to do. We want to be a leader to help other people succeed. And I guess in society, there's not many opportunities to do that, to do what we do here. So in a way, why do we call it the U.S. Global System Academy? Well, U.S. Global is not the U.S. It's us, me and you and everybody else. It's us. It's our global system. And why Academy? In a way, what I've talked about today is like Academy of Life. So folks, this is like learning a PhD course, but just within 1 hour. It's a very short time to be able to express all these things to you. There's so much more to talk about. So I hope this training has helped you in your business. The first 90 days, follow these part 1, part 2, part 3 training. And really, many of the things that we put together, work together with Kim to put all these together. Incredible leader, incredible knowledge, incredible wisdom that she put together to help us succeed, to achieve our dreams and help others achieve theirs. So folks, I look forward to seeing you somewhere in the world and be able to share with you face to face, eye to eye, in some event around the world that all of us and I want you to share with me at the same time. Your story, your success, your ideas, your genius, your happiness is something that is truly bigger than all of us. So folks, thank you very much for your time. It's been an amazing experience sharing with you this incredible opportunity, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere in the world. I'm traveling tomorrow to Asia, be back, and then travel to Asia again, be back, travel to Asia again, and I'm sure very soon to different countries also besides Asia, maybe Australia or Europe or Africa or different places. So folks, thank you very much. It's been my honor to be able to help share this training with you. Thank you. So have a great day. You deserve it. See you on the next webinar. Thank you.